Good morning, my friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and we are back with another art before breakfast. So I worked a little bit on this from the other day, and I got another image on there. I thought a little girl would be cute, and then we could put a couple of, I don't know if we need these gears though. Put a couple of gears on there? I don't know. Is there anybody here? Oh, it says we have 3 here. Who's here? Hang on, I'm just bringing up my YouTube. There it is. Good morning. Okay, what do you think about this layout, Big Mama? Maybe a little word up here? Do you think it needs the gears, or do you think we could get by without the gears? Hi, Cheryl. What do you guys think? With or without the gears? I'm jumping right into it today, you guys. I need to cover the back of that. Then maybe I'll round it. Um, that just barely fits on there. Good morning. Good morning to you. Oh, don't sing, Cheryl. You'll scare them away. I'm going to put this down. This is not art glitter glue. This is Aileen's tacky glue. I'm still trying to use this stuff up. And nobody's saying anything. How is everybody this Monday morning? I had such a fun day yesterday. Hubby and I we got a dehydrator because I want to start dehydrating. I can't wait to make some sun-dried tomatoes, and this curls up. It doesn't want to stay down. Oh, so I was asking Cheryl, hang on a sec, let me pull these extra edges off. And I'll show you what I was asking. Okay, come on, get really close. There we go. I was asking if this little girl, so this is what we worked on the other day. I have this gal that I put down. I'm wondering if that's enough, or if I should add some little gears down there at the bottom like that. What do you think? A little cluster of gears, or leave her? You like her? Do I need the gears or no? Yes, the gears? Okay. I'll have to put some fabric tack down to hold those babies. So anyway, we got a dehydrator. And hubby decided he's got some venison in the freezer. And he decided he wanted to make some venison jerky. So we went through the book and found a recipe where we had everything. It was garlic soy is the one he's doing. And when he read the recipe, he found out it had to marinate for 24 hours. So he made up the batch and put it in the fridge to marinate. And then I said, well, I've got some stuff that I can put in there. And I had bought at Sam's Club a big bag of like the sweet peppers. It's got 3 red, 3 yellow, and 3 orange. The big ones, the bell peppers, not the little ones. And so I cut those up, and I was going to take 3 of them and dehydrate them, and then the other 3 I was going to put in the freezer. So I've been dehydrating peppers. We plan to dehydrate a lot of vegetables this year to save them, to store them. All right, there we go. Now, I think maybe, just maybe, we need a word. I've got some fun little words over here. Oh, we could just put a year up here. We could just go 1916. That might be fun. Yeah, my husband wants to do dried fruit too, but we're going to do a lot of vegetables because what happens is that I'll buy like celery. We don't use celery a lot. And I'll buy celery for a specific recipe, and then the rest sits in the refrigerator and goes bad. So I'm thinking that if I have celery, oh, what about that with 1916 at the top? Or I have 1890, maybe that's even a better number. Yeah, like the year. So I'll let you pick. You can either pick 1916 or 1894. That one's a little bit smaller. I kind of like the 1916 better. Funny enough. Oh, 1894. Okay. I should probably put a little something behind it then because it's really small. I've grown to love this paper. Oh yeah, just like that. A little something behind it. No, I think 1894 is the more appropriate year. It was smaller and I didn't like how it fit on there. But if I put something behind it, then we're all good. So I've got peppers in the dehydrator. And then I've got hubby's beef jerky that I got to put in as soon as the peppers are done. I started dehydrating them yesterday, but they're not quite done yet. And I didn't want to leave it on overnight because I didn't want them to get done and then sit in there and overcook. So I'll put them in where I can go up and watch them a little better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a little bit bigger. It stands out a little bit more. I like how that turned out. Should I sew around it? What do you think? What do you think, Cheryl? Shall I sew? Oh, cardio. Well, that's important. Got to do those doctor's appointments. Shall I sew around it, Cheryl, or no? Okay. And I'll have to kind of do my wonky thing where I go around a couple times and it's a little bit wonky since this is steampunk. And I don't know why I think steampunk needs wonky, but I do. You don't want me to sew, Donna? I just think sewing adds. I really like that for a steampunk thing. Put a little book text behind her. Why don't you like sewing, Donna? I'm going to override you on this one because I love the sewing. I love it. And it won't take but just a second. Know what? I'm not sure what you're saying, Donna. I'm not sure. Doesn't look good to you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And we all have our different tastes. I get that. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. We all have our different tastes and not everything is gonna like this doesn't do a whole lot for me. For a steampunk thing, I think it's fine. I think it looks good. But I'm not a steampunk kind of person. And so frankly, it doesn't do a whole lot for me either. And I'm thinking, like, where would I ever use this? I think I'm going to give this away to those who like steampunk, but I'll wait till more people get in here. Because I don't know that I would ever use it. I'm just not a steampunk gal, I guess. Although, I see steampunk journals and I like them. I like the way they look when they're all complete. I have hard gears on there. I did put hard gears on there, Donna. Hang on. I'll show you. I have 3 of them on there. In fact, I'm getting low on my little gears. Yeah, they're there. They are there. Yeah, let me finish sewing around this. Almost there. All right. Yeah, you can't see the stitching a lot because there's black border around, but it's there. It's subtle. So there's the hard gears right there. And then there's some gears in the background papers as well. Hey, Lori B. So I just finished off this steampunk tag. What do you think, Miss Lori B? I put a little girl down here. I thought it just needed something more than just gears. So I found this little steampunk gal, put some book text behind her. You like the chick in the corner? Yeah, she's real steampunky, isn't she? Yeah, and it's got gears on it. It's got real gears on it. What do you think, Lori B? Yeah, when more people get in here, I'll raffle this off to the highest bidder because I honestly would never use this. I just don't have enough steampunk creativity in me to put a whole journal together. And then also you can still see I did that embossing glaze around the edges, so it's kind of shiny and bumpy in those spots. Yeah, I like it okay. Well, Donna, you've had some good input on this one. Didn't you suggest the number 9 in here and the gears? Yeah, that's me too. I like it too, but I don't think I would ever use it. And it would just sit. Yeah, me too, Lori B. I mean, I like it. I'd never make a whole steampunk journal, not unless you guys were guiding me all every step of the way, because that creative vibe just doesn't come to me. It's just not something. I don't know. It's just not something that I would do a lot of. Contributed song lyrics? What do you mean? Okay, well, when we get more people in here, we'll pick a number and I'll auction this little baby off and send it out because it honestly just isn't. It wouldn't go with anything that I ever made. Although it's really growing on me. It'd be nice in my stash, but anyway. All right. So let's do another piece. I was sitting around the other day, signed the back. Okay. But it's got to be. Give me a pen. I might need to use a Sharpie. Oh, no, there it goes. C-foils and ABB. In 2024. There we go. Oh, I didn't do it as a hashtag, but I put and C-foils and ABB. Yeah. I love that background. I really love the background. So I was just sitting around playing with some scraps that I had in another one of these white cards. And I just made a little collage on it. And I thought, well, maybe we could do this up in a similar fashion. Now, this experimenting thing, you know, this is one of my words for the year, and I feel like we're hitting the ground running because that steampunk tag was definitely, you know, Lori B, I was watching more of your videos last night, and one of the things that I noticed is that when you do tags or journaling cards, whatever, that they're not bulky, that's not the right word, but substance to them. They don't just flop around and bend. And this one, same thing, it feels kind of like a card. And I like that about your stuff. And so I feel like I've taken a step towards that with, you know, lots of layers. I just really love that background. I mean, I really love that background. All right, so we've got this. Thanks, Pam. You like steampunk, don't you? I'm going to give that one away. I want to put more. So there's kind of the blue and the green, the shabby shutters, and then kind of the yellow in this one. It was so cool. So yeah, were you here for the whole thing, Donna? I just dipped it in different inks. And somebody, I don't even remember who it was, said, "Oh, I don't know about the blue," because I did just the green and but the blue is just a little bit right here, a little bit right here. We have some in the number 9, and then her clothes are blue. They may look black, but they've got some blue highlights in them. And I just think that highlighted it. And then I did some distress glaze around the edges. And then some not stamping, but stenciling with the numbers. Oh no, first I put the rice paper down just in this corner. Stamping, and then, you know, the rest of it. And then I put that ink. I don't know, it's all in the details. Okay. So yeah, that would be cool for a farm journal. Of course, you'd use different colors and different images, but that would be cool. So what do you think if we take this? Yeah, it's actually a stencil. Let me see if I have it here handy. What do I do with that stencil? It's a stencil. It comes out of the whole Tim Holtz kind of line of things. It's not a Tim Holtz brand, it's Dilutions. Yeah, it really came out nice. Numbers are going all which way, they're all different sizes. All right, so let's start by putting some ink on this. I want to stick with this text today and see what we can get. And I had a little piece of paper out here that I was using as a mop-up paper, and it was turning out pretty cool. I'm not seeing it off the top, but ooh, I've got these little papers I could put. Oh, there's matte medium over the top of this. I think, did I put matte medium? No, I didn't. I'm probably going to need more of that color. There's some blues. We may need to come in with a little more later. But let's take this and put a little bit of color on it. Those are your creative studio. Oh, hey, Tex, Judy. Rainy, we had rain yesterday. Now I want to dry each layer so the colors don't combine too much. I just got a very little bit of the blue on it. Very little. Yeah, I'll come back and do some more later. Let's do shabby shutters now. Text Judy, we finished up that steampunk one that we started on Saturday. Whoops. I hit my camera. You guys got to tell me when that camera's crooked. This is the steampunk one that we finished up. Okay. Let's see if I can get some of this running down. Oh, I didn't bring them down here. I bought more paintbrushes, you guys. I bought more paintbrushes. And I could use them right about now, but I'm not going upstairs. Hi, Wendy. So what I'm doing is just scraping it on the edge so it doesn't want to run. Oh, there we go. There's some good drippage. Definitely going to have to put some more blue over this. Look at how that dripped across. So I think that's kind of good for right now. And then this is really, really thin paper. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Let's do another piece with some of this. I love making these other pages that soak up the extras. I'm going to set that up there so it drips a little. All right, a little dry in. Wendy, do you do steampunk? I'll show you the steampunk tag we made. So I start telling you guys I was using the dehydrator to do some bell peppers, and then well, we had to go to Sam's, and we got ribs are really cheap right now. Pork is really cheap in North Carolina because they grow a lot of pork here. They grow it. They raise a lot of pork here. So we bought a big old rack of ribs, and I cut them down into pieces that were a little more manageable. And yeah, I like some of it too, but it's I don't know, it's just not my thing. And I did I put a rub on them, kind of marinated them in some olive oil with the rub, and I air fried them last night. Oh man, they were good. They were really good. So did I show you, Wendy? I don't know. Here's the tag that we did. So I'm doing another one in the same kind of, the different layers and stuff, but it's not going to be steampunk. It's going to have the same ideas. All right, there's that. And I think I need to do some more blue now. Isn't that just cool? I like this one even better. Well, maybe not. I have found these inks, when you splatter, they get some other colors that come out in them, which is pretty cool. I like that one a lot. But this one, look at the peachy color that's coming out of it. And up here. And I don't have any peachy colors on that. Now, Cheryl, I'm going to ask you a question. On something like this, if I were going to do the distress glazes, how would you just go around the edges? Would you put it in random spots? Like, how would you put it on? I'm curious, because I'm still learning the distress glazes. Yeah, I'm learning how to use both of them, Judy. I'm new to both of them. Been doing a lot of research. Oh, on the air fryer, the only thing I don't like about it is that you can't cook a lot of food in it, because if the food touches, like if it overlaps each other, then it basically just steams it. It doesn't really do the frying. But it's really deep. And so you would think you'd be able to put some stuff, in there. Tumbled glass. I might do a little broken china this time, because that tumbled glass was pretty light. Oh yeah, much better. Stamp with the embossing ink and then put the distress glaze on it. Gotcha. I don't know what parts of this are going to show. So But I'm really liking this mop-up paper. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Maybe a little bit right in the middle. I'll put that a little more here. Yeah. All right, let's dry this. Hey, welcome back, Big Mama. We finished the steampunk. Look at that, my friend. Isn't that cool? So there's that part of it. Ooh. Now we got to do the distressing glaze. And I have, hang on. I didn't put it back. Yeah, I did. There it is. I've got one of these daubers. We could take a stencil and, oh, my video froze on my iPad. We could take a stencil and daub on some of this. And then what color embossing ink or distress glaze would look good on that? What do you think? Tell me, Cheryl. I've got the broken china, but we've already got blue on there. Pretty prominent. We could do stain. Ooh, rusty hinge. Maybe rusty hinge for an orangey kind of look. Or I have fire brick, might be kind of nice on there. Or hickory smoke. I'm looking for some darker ones. All right. Bagel and peanut butter, yum. Brown, like vintage photo. So not the green, not the hickory smoke. Not the fire brick. So we're down to rusty hinge or vintage photo. Brown around the edge. Holy smoke, no. Hickory smoke. Just around the edge, not with a stencil. Either. Both, Big Mama says. Okay. We can try both. But I got to do them one at a time so I don't contaminate the glazes. I'll put down the rusty hinge with the stencil. This doesn't seem to come out real well. All right. Let's do, I shouldn't have done that. Now I got embossing fluid on that side, so we'll go with this side. All right. This is vintage photo. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Is that too much of a frame, Cheryl? I know Cheryl's done a lot of play with these. That's why I keep asking her what we should do. Then I can put little rusty hinge and little bits around this, and then rusty hinge for a little stencil in the middle. Out of frame. Okay. Thank you for telling me. All right. Let's heat this stuff up. This stuff heats up pretty quick. Oh, there it goes. All right. This paper's really hot. This piece of collage here started coming up because of the heat, I think. Just melted that glue right down. All right. And I've still got my little glue holder here to keep stuff out of the way. But that didn't quite tack it down. Let's see. I'll probably have to go around and tack down a few places because all right, so let's do just a little bit of rusty hinge, just a little bit. I don't remember where I put the stuff now, so I'll just cover the whole thing. And we're getting a lot of this on here, but it comes out so transparent that I don't want to take up all the, I may not do the stencil with this stuff. I may just do ink because we're getting the frame in really close. That's okay. We can put something in the middle of it. I have a couple of ideas. All right, there we go. There's a little bit of rusty hinge. Hey, Tammy. A little bit of rusty hinge and a little bit of vintage photo. It's a little of both. All right, do we want to put rice paper on this one? Like down in this corner like we did with the other one? Let's see what we got. I don't want to use up just bits and pieces of a bunch of different rice papers because then I won't have whole pieces. And of course I'm hoarding it, so now these I would let's see about some rice paper. Fingers are covered in peanut butter. Oh, now that's kind of cute. And there are different shapes on this one. This will be very faint, but that's okay. Oh, that says wildflower up there, so maybe we got to put it up here. You guys like that? I'm in the experiment phase, so I am of the mind that, no, that's gesso. That's not what I want. Well, this says wildflower. And if I put it down this way, wildflower will be upside down. So I think it's got to go this way, doesn't it? Oh, turn it over. No, there's nothing on the back side. This is just a really faint. I think this is because that's kind of says flower up there. I think it's just really faint. Well, I got to get it up and over a bit because the white edges, I didn't want to cut them. I'm no sense cutting them. I can just cut them when the. All right, let me. Yeah, I know. I had a hard time with that too, but the only thing that gave me the clue was that word wildflower because I was going to put it down at the bottom. You can the images are very, very, very faint, which is fine. Okay. Okay, there we go. And hey, where's Mimi? Big Mama Dina, where Mimi is? She didn't comment on the last video, which is unlike her. She usually comments on every video right after it's over. And then I don't see her here this morning. All right. Now that rice paper just adds a little something, something. It's not going to be super dark. I'm going back to my mixed media days where you just build up layers and layers and layers of stuff. And it's like that steampunk tag. When you finally finish it, it just looks awesome. Because it's got all those layers on it. Let's see if we can dry this. Okay. All right. Let's do this because that glue is starting to bubble up under there. And that embossing glaze did too. And I want the rice paper to sink down into that embossing glaze. There we go. All right, that's dry. Now let's do a stencil. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool where the embossing glaze like picks up the frame. And then up top it's, we'll ink it up with some ink, but I like that a lot. I'm liking playing with all these layers. Okay. Maybe she's just sleeping in. Maybe she had a bad night. I don't know. I don't want to bug her, but I worry about her a little bit. Oh, here's that stencil, Donna, that you said you liked. Let me show you the Dilutions. And it doesn't have a name on it. Oh, number jumble. And there's the product number. Okay. So if you want to look for that one. It's even got some border around it that you could use too, like this. All right. Yeah, it's really old, so you can probably find it at a decent price, I would imagine, because it's pretty old. I've had it for a long time, years I've had this one. There it goes. All right. Let me go look for a stencil. What kind of stencil should we put on this? Flowers or maybe just a pattern? Let me go see what I have. Got lots with just patterns on them. I'm sure we can pick from one of these. I've got a gazillion stencils. I don't want to pull them all out. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. Boy, I am really low. I think we need to go up a little bit so I can get the whole screen in there. And it was a long night, but I just went to get my coffee and forgot to put in the coffee grounds. All right, here's A. We've got sort of all these different, they're kind of like flower petals, but they're just shapes. So that's A. I've got B. It won't go all the way to the top though. Well, just not the corners. I got B, that little doily, that was a pretty one. And C, I have this one. That's really a pretty one. And D, I have this pattern. Almost like shells, but, and then lastly I have E, and I'll put them all out again. This one is definitely flowers and leaves. All right, so let's vote. We had A was this one. B was the doily. I'm going to eliminate the doily because I don't like how it leaves so much blank space. So let's do this as B. We had this shape. C, we had these. And D, we had the big flowers. All right, A, B, C, and D. Please vote, y'all. A, B, C, and D. I got a B and a B and a C. Okay, so I'm going to take the other two out since we've got votes for these two. We've got B and C. Keep voting. We've got two B's and one C. And another B. All right, 3 B's. That's going to do it. And I'm going to use this gray again. I can find my gray brush. So it's just kind of subtle, but nice. Oh, you think B now? Okay, well, hey, good. Then you got what you wanted. I'm going to try to get this in the middle here because I can see. So when are you doing your drawing? I saw you hit 2,000, Lori B. Congratulations, by the way. Yes, congratulations. Hopefully it's coffee this time. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love this. I'm having to go kind of heavy on it because this gray is a really light color. So I've got to kind of go heavy on it. Oh my word, that's pretty. All right, almost done. We got to get down here to the bottom. sticky. What about somebody's bottom? Big Mama, what are you saying about a bottom? Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Very subtle, but it's there. All right, I gotta wash my hands off a little bit. I know, isn't that pretty? It's just layers. Don't want to forget my bottom. I can never forget my bottom. It's always there. Rearing its other ugly bottom. Get the pun? All right. So there's that. Now, what shall we do about a focal point? What shall we put on this? I've got some little girls. I've got flowers. Yeah, it's just layers, Judy. Just layers. Well, I think everybody has the same address in all of the U.S., and that happens to be a North Carolina address. And the person at that address vows that they will forward on anything sent here that doesn't really belong to them. But it's the starting point. It's the jump off point. All right. Let me think about this. What do we want to put? Got a big steampunk girl we could put on there. Well, let's think about it. Let's think about it. See, the yellows and the blues and the greens are showing through that paper. I love it. And I was worried about the frame like taking up too much of the working space. But by doing this, it knocks that back. So yes, it's big down here, but you've got all of this space to work with still. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I know, but the weather is so bad in Kansas that, you know, you might not be able to ship it out. You might need someone else to do that. Got her. I don't think she's the right one for that spot. What do you think about that? Do you like her on there, or is she too big? We could put some little lace down here to make her little shawl. And I could put some Wink of Stella on her. Hummingbirds and butterflies. Thanks, Judy. Go do good works. Yeah, that, I kind of like that. And then if we took some laces and put around her for her shawl. We could put a bow or a button or something on it. Yeah, the butterflies are gorgeous too. I've got some here and I've got some more here. We could do, that one's too big. We could do a butterfly. Nope, I don't want that guy. I want something that's still a little bit. Huh. Nope, I need a smaller one to go down here. Well, we can explore all the options. We don't have to just go with the very first thing I find. I've done these kinds of pieces before where you put just a couple of butterflies on with maybe that's too boring. Well, I did really like her. Don't like that. You could move her down here and put a butterfly up there. Is that too much? I think that might be too much. I think this is too big, is the problem. Now that wouldn't be so bad. And I could even make it going off the page and cut it off. What do you think about that, Big Mama? Or this one? Nope, don't like that one. Don't like that one. What do you think about that, Big Mama? We could put a stamp under that. We could put... Yeah, I will. Once I glue it down, I'll clip his wings off at the edges. If we all like that. I kind of like that with the butterfly behind. What do you guys think? Don't cut them, leave them hanging over. Okay, well, let me You know, I've seen you do some of that stuff, Lori. This is really thin paper, but I guess that would be okay. You're going to leave if I cut those wings off? Oh, Lori. She's holding us hostage, Big Mama. We'll take a vote, clip or not clip, because I don't want to be responsible for Lori leaving. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue her down because I don't think she needs anything else behind her. I think she's gorgeous. And then we can decorate her up. Okay, now is your time to vote. Oh, isn't she pretty? Isn't she just pretty? Oh, okay. She's at an appointment. Well, I'm glad she knows we were thinking about her. And yes, we'll say a prayer for her. I've started making all my appointments on Thursdays so they don't interfere with art before breakfast. Isn't that funny? All right, you guys. Clip or no clip? Here's where it's going. Vote clip or no clip. Oh no. No clip. Lori B says no. What does everybody else think? Clip or no clip? No clip. No clip. I have 2 no clips. What do the rest of you think? Anybody want to clip it? I'm going to no clip if that's what. Here's what I'm going to do though. I'm going to mark it on the back. Where we're going to put the glue up to. Lori B is watching. Everybody else is afraid to vote. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Oops, went too far. No clip. And you know, the thing about no clip, if you were putting it in a journal and it just didn't fit because of the no clipped wings, you could always clip the wings, right? No, it's going to go this way. You can always clip wings, but you can't put them back. Yep. There we go. Now, let me sop up some of that extra glue. And there we go. We have no clip wings. Let me just ink these up on the back though, because they got kind of dirty. So we'll just put that on there. Oh, there we go. All right, now, do we like this or... Oh, I could put both on here. I've got this lace too. You know what I could do? Nope, can't put cheesecloth under it now. I don't want to really. I want her to be the star of the show. So I really want to help her to shine. See, make it like that around her neck. And then I have another idea too. What do you guys think about that? And maybe I should put a little basting stitch in there. Well, maybe not. I don't know if ouch, have any straight pins handy. Oops. So let's glue. If I were really ambitious, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I'm thinking I might just do it with a little bit of glue. Because I only have black thread in my sewing machine, and I don't think we want black thread on this. Come on. We can kind of make this go around her neck. Come on. Lori's probably cringing. She's like, you got to hand stitch that stuff. And if I were making a journal to sell or just really had all the time in the world, then I might do that. But, well, why won't that stay? It's not staying. Maybe I need to get out my hot glue. If I were doing this for, something else, I might... Okay, you little bugger, you don't want to stay? I'll fix you. There. I'm just going to tack it down because what I'm going to do is put another layer of lace over this. And Lori B, I'm thinking we should let the lace go off of the page as well. Okay. Why is this giving me such a hard time? The first one glued down very nicely. But now they don't want to. So we've got that going up there, going around here. And here. Nobody's saying anything. Are you all enthralled by my gluing techniques? Yep. See, that'll just go like that and then up like this. And then I have a couple of other ideas. I did this with my Grace journal. Turned out really good. What, the glued lace? Yeah, I'm liking this. And then what I'm thinking is maybe if it's not too much, we could put a layer of this over the top and have it be double. What do you think about that? I think that would be pretty. All right, so here, and here. Do this right at the end. Lori B., I was watching some of your techniques and they're so beautiful. And I really want to try some of your techniques in a piece, but I don't want to copy. You know, I don't want to have somebody come back and say, oh, you copied that from Lori B. All right. So what about that for around her neck? And while we're letting that dry, I've got something else I was thinking of. I was thinking of maybe a little piece of black ribbon around her neck with, hang on a sec, let me show you. With one of these blings just right at her throat. What do you think about that? And then some thin black ribbon coming out from it to the back of her neck. And what I may actually do is cut a little slit on either side so I can yeah, you sure can. Okay, so this is gonna go, yeah, just send it in Messenger and I'll get it. You know, that decorating those paper dolls really inspired me to do this kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna glue down this. It's a lot of glue. There, what do you guys think about that? I like it. Now, there's a lot of glue showing up through here, but I do want to put that other lace on there. Oh, Debbie, hello. We're working on a real mixed media tag here. We started out with all sorts of different layers in the background, and now we're just finishing up the front. Let me see, it goes this way. So what do you guys think about this going around on top of that lace? What do you guys think about that? I think I've got to cut this off a little bit more, but we can cut it after we glue both laces on. What do you guys think about the 2 layers of lace? Oh, good. Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, so everybody, have you been in here before, Debbie? This is a friend that I made through the Marguerite Miller. She's Debbie. That's my vagabond style. If you guys want to go subscribe to her, she does some really cool stuff. And she did, I think I mentioned to you guys, she picked out some people that she had met, some people that she had met through Marguerite Miller. And she did a series of interviews. And she interviewed, I'm trying to think of anybody that you guys might, well, she did Susan Gazaway. Susan is one of our members here. And trying to think anybody else that you guys here might know, because I don't know if you all follow the whole Marguerite Miller. So I was one of the lucky interviewees, and my interview, she's telling us now, is going to come out on Wednesday. This looks a little too straight for me. There we go. So how are we doing so far? I almost think this needs to come down farther, and it needs to be more rounded around her neck, not so straight across. There we go. There we go. So what do we think about that? Pick scent. Okay, let me go look. Oh yeah, I saw that actually. But you basted yours. Yes, those are pretty. So this is her, see how she gathered up the lace and put it as a collar? Yeah, very pretty. Very pretty. And that reminds me of something I want to do right here. I want to take a little piece of, I've also got these little pearls I could wrap around here. And put a little strand of pearls. Although I've got the flat back ones, those would probably be better. Let me get back to my screen where I can see what's going on. Isn't that gorgeous? And by doing this, we kind of cover up that bottom part of, which is fine by me, where we put the, that's the thing with these, is that eventually you're going to cover up, stuff that you put down, and that's just the way it is. You know what else I want to put on here? Although I wish I had it in black. I suppose I could dye it black with some ink. Thinking a little bow on her shoulder would be really nice. But I think it does need to be black. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that bow there? Oh, thank you, Debbie. And if I did that, I probably wouldn't do the thing at her neck. That would be a little too much. I think that would be overkill. I don't even know what I did with it. What do you think about making a black bow? Yeah, I do too. And let's do this. Let's take some of this ink, because this is permanent ink. And I've still got my pen that I used the other day for it. Yeah, I like the bow too, but I think it needs to be black. I think it needs to be black with maybe a pearl in the middle. Oh, we're at an hour and 30, so we're just about done, folks. Oh my gosh. I heated it and it started crinkling up. I love that. The bottom, oh, I love that. So Debbie, if you haven't seen this before, this is like my favorite tool. It's my ultra heavy duty Wagner heat gun. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've got, Mimi has ordered a couple more, so I got to make some anyway. Look at that. So I held the heat gun on there a little bit longer and it crinkled up the edges. Oh! All right, let's put this down here. I did. There we go, folks. I'm still not happy with this, but I'll play with it and get it just right. I don't like how it goes past her shoulder. That's better. I'll play with it a little bit, but I think that's better. I just wasn't liking that sticking out past the shoulder. All right, folks, thumbs up, please, if you haven't already. Debbie, I can't wait to see how we talked forever, so I'm curious to see how you ended up editing. because we talked for a long time. I'm going to fix this so it pleats a little bit more. But there she is. And I will put some Wink of Stella. I'll come back and show you guys. I need to put a little more glue under there because it, for the collaging, it came up a little bit. Okay. There's my thumbs up. All right, folks. There she is. What do you think? Maybe a word up here. I don't know. She might be good just as she is. Put a little bit of glue down in here. Oh, and now it doesn't want to come out. All right. I'll fix it. I'll fiddle with it a little bit, ladies. And I'll show you when we come back tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Wednesday, Debbie. She's not for anything. I just make stuff to make it. She could be for a cover. But yeah, and I think what I might do, Lori B, is glue down a piece of cardstock to the back of these wings because they're too floppy and I can see they're already starting to bend. And then I can cut out around the wing, but that'll reinforce them. So they don't, oh, there's that thing. Yeah, I was going to put this like as a choker, but I think that's just too much if we have the bow. I don't think we need it. All right. Okay. She is great. She would make a pretty cover. I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on her bow to make it shiny. And just finish up some little, I'm not going to sew on this one. But I got to glue this part down here and put a backing on her. And that will do it. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all. I love you. Thanks for coming, Debbie. Hope you can make it more. I know it's early. But I thank you so much for being here. And I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. Bye.